So here's another interaction with you again, sharing some more of my story on this 5-mile mark. And it is a simple case of, have you ever found yourself saying, God, you ever really hearing my prayer? Have you ever felt that? Me, I don't think my prayers are good enough. I don't think that God is going to hear me, but if I get someone else to pray for me, that's going to be great. Because that other person seemed to have what it takes to be able to pray for me, and God is going to hear that other person's prayer before me. And I get that. I know sometimes that people are specially appointed and anointed for certain things. They're prayer warriors. They're gifted. They're great intercessors. And we all know that where 2 or 3 are gathered and in His name, as we read and as we know and as we are taught, that the prayer will be answered. Well, guess what? Sometimes there is no one else. Sometimes you don't have the gathering or 2 or 3. Sometimes you're not even near the nearest church or somewhere where you would think that, this is the place to be for your prayers to be heard. So then what? You are not special enough that God is going to hear you? And then that feeling inside of you says, well, what do I do now, Lord? And you somehow find yourself having that conversation that you should have had in the first place. That conversation of a contrite heart, that conversation of letting it all hang out, that conversation that, strange enough, believe it or not, from my personal experience, that God will hear your prayer. He will hear your heart, simply because it's coming directly from inside of you, way down inside of you. So I guess what I'm really sharing today is simply this. Never for a moment think that you are not good enough, that God isn't going to hear your prayer. He's not going to work a miracle for you. He's not going to take you out of that situation, or He's not going to do something that will help you, because I'll tell you, it's not sometimes somewhere where you have to go or something that you have to do or something that you're not doing. It is just simply Him setting up the whole scenario. Somebody who is going to walk towards you, or someone who is going to connect with you without you even making that connection. He just makes things happen. Now, I'm not saying that God doesn't help those who help themselves. Believe you me, I believe in getting up and getting and making a way for yourself and using your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding. You have to do those things, because all things work for those who love and serve the Lord. So you're going to have to get busy. But I'm also saying sometimes you find yourself, you're back against a wall when you've done all that you can, and then all you have to do is stand. And I'm saying to you at that moment, never think that your prayer is not worthy, or that you have to have someone there with you, someone who God will hear and not hear you. Because trust me, I've had experiences where there's no one. It's just you and God. And He hears what's within you. Your heart beats. He knows it. He feels it. And then when things work out, you said, my God, really? I don't believe that this has happened. Because guess what? God made it possible. So the message today is simple. Your prayer can be heard and will be heard. So never think that you are not good enough. Because there's a miracle waiting to happen for you. Have a blessed day.